I have a love-hate relationship with being a pastor. If you were to actually maybe summarize this entire vlog, the last 7 years of me doing this, that might be a good way to describe it. I make a video when I'm in very low, and then I make a lot of videos when I'm very... This past year I bought TSA PreCheck because I thought, you know, that would help. I don't have to show up early. Literally the past like 4 times I've done TSA PreCheck, it was longer than the actual normal boarding line. Wrong way. Wrong way. I almost ran onto that, but that would have been a disaster. All right, looks like PreCheck was to my advantage. Anyways, there's a lot to hate about it. You can learn about emotional health all day and resilience and confidence and leadership, but I think a lot of that comes just from a lot of trial and error, and a lot of hurt. So there's a lot there that I just don't love. I always think, man, wouldn't life just be easier if I was just making YouTube videos? But I don't think I'd become the man that I want to become. And lately, it's been really hard. But 2019 Trey would have made a million vlogs about all the stuff I've been going through the last 6 months. But I'm realizing you don't need to know. Finally found you, 10 hours later. But this week is all about the fun stuff. We are going to an Art of Teaching conference. I went to this 2 years ago, made a vlog, card right here to watch that. And this one's part 2. But this time it's in Nashville, where my cousin lives. You ask me?
Okay, do you know what book darts are?
I have no idea.
It's not a chew.
Good.
I know we're in Tennessee.
Yeah.
But these will change your life. They're these tiny little bookmarks that will lay flat inside of your books.
Do they stick?
They have a little lip, so they go on the page.
Wow.
It's the best thing I've ever seen.
Just for bookmarks or like best part of the book?
Best part of the book.
Oh, dang. Guy from YouTube just said hi to me, but I don't have my camera out. Should I run him down? Appreciate you, Adam. It's so fun. Somebody knows me here for my content. This guy knows me here because he's my cousin, so he's never seen my content. I can tell. We often talk. I'm kidding. You need to read my book one day.
I will read it one day. I don't know what day that will be.
Do you own it yet?
No, because
Anyway, that was the end of day 1. Lot to process. I think the biggest takeaway for me was John Tyson's formula for power, which was authority. She gave a lot of great illustrations, but it's essentially the authority comes from Christ. I love how he mentions how God never lost his authority, but at the fall, man did, and that's why second Adam came to bring it back. All authority has been given unto him, and we walk in that authority. Authority gifting, don't bury your gift. And many of us bury our gifts because of wounds and fears, and that has happened to me, where you kind of lose your confidence. And then faith, oftentimes God doesn't move because we didn't expect him to move. God won't unless we have high expectation. I mentioned to Jace, when we launched our church, you couldn't out-expect me. But then when those things didn't come to pass within the timeline I thought, it got a lot harder, and that's where faith really begins to play. Plus consecration. So in an era of compromise, we need more Nazirite vows, right? We need more people willing to consecrate. I'm not gonna go watch that. I'm not gonna do this, not in a self-righteous way, but I want the presence of God. I want to encounter his holiness. All those things together leads to power. Big takeaway for the day.
Letting something be formed in you before you attempt to speak it, but it's not perfection lived out. It doesn't require that you have it fully mastered, but it's that faithful wrestling with something that you're growing in it. And the something that Cumber talked about in his breakout was just sharing from vulnerability, and how that often resonates far more than when you do something from a position of power or authority, different than what Tyson was talking about.
Yeah, but I'd knock this out of the park, so follow
Right.
me. That's not going to land.
That actually is more harming and more damaging, because you essentially disempower people from being able to participate in something at that point.
Which brings a whole nother conversation that I brought on this documentary before, of when is vulnerable too vulnerable. And in fact, as I opened this documentary, I talked about how a lot of these vlogs are the highs and lows of pastoring, and how I love to share the lows here, but I haven't been sharing as many videos recently because I've had a lot of lows. But what I've realized is people use your vulnerability against you, but you also use your vulnerability against yourself. Like, it actually cripples your leadership at times. So the key variable here for me is you don't share your vulnerability. There's certain things you don't share until you're fully healed from it. Sometimes we're sharing those things to get healing from the audience, and that will never happen. It only hurts them and yourself. All right, let's go check out Franklin.
Is that like a little circle, like a little?
Yes.
Is there a gazebo?
Yeah, look at it.
Oh my goodness. That looks like America.
Okay, Toby Mac just nodded at me, so that's where we're at right now. Anyways, the last takeaway for today is this whole idea that I should pick this up again. Talking about how our wounds and fears make you bury your gift. I feel like I've done that, and I think I've had appropriate time to heal, but I'd like to pick this up again, because I think creativity, filmmaking, storytelling is just a blast, and I think it's been an ingredient that's been missing in my life. I appreciate the community that's here, so that's a big takeaway. There's a lot of things in ministry that I don't like, but I have to do, but I need to do more of the things I do like to give me longevity to keep doing the things that I don't. Yet again, it's a love-hate thing.